We've got an issue with our the sensor. We have a monster drop, and this is the ball detect assembly that's from the top of the monster drop. I've got issues with my actually the transmitter infrared board is not working right. The bulb's gone really dim. I tested it because I went ahead and ordered another one. I got another board and we tested it, and I could see it was emitting brighter than what this is. But I'm still going to try and do a repair on this board. If not, it's just going to be trash, so we might as well try and fix it anyway. So go ahead and pull this board out. I'll go ahead and disconnect the terminal from it. There's a screw on the side here. I'll just loosen it enough to get this board up and out. Alright, then I need to get the board. Pay attention to the way it's orientated. I can see that I got some solder points here from that the terminal connection. So just pay attention that you're going to put it back the same way that you took it apart and got it out. I've repaired other boards in the past. I haven't done one of these monster drop boards by switching out the infrared LED before. So we're just trying it. We're just going to see if it'll work. If it'll work, then obviously I can save money and parts in the future just by doing this kind of repair. Since the bulb itself is already shot, I'm going to do like I have done in the past. I'm going to try and just extract just the bulb, and then I'll heat it up and remove it from the terminals itself. But if I can save face, oh, one more step. Pay attention to your diode and your cathode, the orientation of it, and you may want to put some type of a mark that reminds you which way to route your LED bulb. And also be careful breaking these off. Sometimes you'll end up just breaking that terminal on the other side where it solders, but not a lot is going through this side, so let's see what we can do. So I can just remove it. And as I said, it's already a failed part, so the only thing I could do is possibly fix it, hopefully. Alright, it seems like it's putting a little stress on the board, so I'm just going to try seeing if I can heat it up a little and tilt that head out. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Sorry about the shakiness. Don't want to get burnt here. Got a vise here I thought I'd use. Dang. Let me tighten this clamp down. Get where I can work with it a little better here. Alright, so we got that LED out, so you can see it there. I'm going to go ahead and clean the holes out a little bit better. I got the solder removing tool here. Go ahead and charge it. Not one of the greatest tools, but it does do the trick, so get it up. Try it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to heat from one side, and I'm going to try and draw the solder out from the other side. Perfect. Worked. charge the handle again. I'm going to do the other hole. There we go. You see daylight through both of them. I don't know if you can see, but so I can help out. There's 3 little pinholes right in the middle, so you can see the flashlight shining through the holes. So they're all cleaned out. Now we'll go ahead and get this LED high output infrared from Radio Shack. Remember which side my cathode was that I marked out on the board, and my diodes. Come on, baby. Alright, I gotta clean out one of these holes just a little bit more. It's fighting me. So I'm just gonna lightly clamp it back into the vise again. There. Stubborn little thing. Come on. I'm just getting it back flush with the top, so that way it'll sit square when it's all installed. You don't want the LED to be tilted off one way or the other, because then it probably won't project the light as well to the receiver of the infrared light. So now we'll go ahead and solder it back in there. Even harder part here. I'm barely crimping on that bulb, the LED bulb. No pressure at all, just to hold it. Got the solder. Kind of nervous, old shaky hand here. Now before I solder the other part, I'm going to make sure that bulb is still seated as flat as it can be against this PCB, or this circuit board. Looks good. Alright, so now we'll continue on. Never been so nervous about such a small solder. Trying to not let the heat ride the board too much, but I do want to make sure it's a good connection to the actual circuit board. Appears like it should be pretty good. I'll go ahead and trim the lead. And now with them a little bit shorter, I'm going to see if I can just fine tune that a little bit more on those solders. Alright, I think I'm solid. Now it's time to put it back together, and we'll go try it out, and hopefully this will work out. Maybe I'll put a camera on it and show you guys the infrared diode. But before we can do that, go ahead and shut down the soldering station, but we'll leave it connected in case something wasn't right. Go ahead and put this back together. Won't take much. I'm not going to secure it back into the housing just yet, because that way I can have it out and I can test it with my phone a lot easier. Alright, so I'm back up inside the monster drop. I just got it rigged up in here, just kind of sitting cockeyed until I can get it checked out. And the board is still free right here on the left side. You can't see with this camera that the infrared LED is lit. But if I hold up a my Android phone, doesn't get ready to work with iPhones that I've seen, but I got an Android. I'm going to put it, sorry about all the flashing lights, hope you don't have a seizure. But you'll see that it is lit on my phone now. It's going to be in the dead center, a blue dot. It's that dot right there in the middle. The one I just took a picture of. That's the LED lit up in my phone. So at least now it's doing some output of the signal. Hopefully that'll fix all the issues. I'm just going to get it back up, put it back in, plug it in, see if we can start it up. But the issues I was having was it wasn't loading balls because it was always thinking a ball was there because the signal was interrupted because the bulb itself, the LED, was so dim. And that's it. Hopefully this will get us up and going. Hopefully it'll help you out too. I'm just going to show you on the bottom of the board here, the receiver board. I got a green LED showing that it's at least getting signal, and then I'm going to break the beam from the photocell with something, and we'll see it actuate here hopefully. Yeah, so we're getting a good transmission, I believe. We're going to go ahead and hook it back up and start it up. Hopefully things work fine. Alright, so you can see it loaded the balls fine. I'm going to go ahead and trip one out here, letting it go. Everything seems to be working fine. I guess that LED soldering did the trick. Glad I could pull that one off.